Made those comments. Brandon Beane has answered the question now concerning Tyrod Taylor. Good evening, everyone. Taylor will be playing for a cold weather team in a city along Lake Erie, except it won't be Buffalo. It's Cleveland now.
Yeah, 7 Eyewitness Sports Director Joe B is here with us. Joe, a couple of words to describe your thoughts on this trade?
A complete and total heist.
Okay, we'll get your hot take on the trade in just a minute, but first let's go to 7 Eyewitness Sports reporter Jenna Caleri with the details of the deal.
Yeah, guys, this deal today pretty much tells us the Bills have their eyes on a new chapter. According to multiple reports reported earlier today, the Bills will get the 65th overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft. That's the Browns' top choice in the third round. That also gives the Bills 6 picks in the first 3 rounds. Big leverage when it comes to moving up the draft board and finding that franchise quarterback, something many were hoping would happen this upcoming draft. This deal all but finalized. It cannot become official until the start of the new league year, which is next Wednesday.
All right, thank you, Jen. I want to bring Joe B back in here quickly. Not a total surprise here. First, I want to get your initial reaction to the trade. Then I want to get your reaction to the return. Pretty substantial today.
Right. The trade, I think, is something we all kind of saw coming. I think all in all, you look at Tyrod, and it just didn't seem like he was in the plans for much of anything. I mean, they benched him in the middle of the year for Nathan Peterman. That was a sign that things were about to change. And, you know, it just seemed like one way or another they were going to move on from Tyrod this offseason. And as for the return, oh my goodness, I can't believe Brandon Beane got what he did. The third round pick, the first pick in the third round, 65th overall. I mean, that was without even having to eat the $6 million roster bonus due to him on March 16th. This was just a ginormous win for the Buffalo Bills. I can't believe they got the return for him even before the bonus came due.
But Joe, I have to ask you, many fans were quite fond of Tyrod, especially after Tyrod helped the Bills snap that long playoff drought.
Yeah, but you know what? I think what this totally signifies to fans, and which is what should get them excited, is that just making the playoffs isn't good enough. And that's kind of been the message that they've had since they first got in the building, Sean McDermott, Brandon Beane, both. They want to find the franchise quarterback. They know it's a passing league. It's a quarterback-driven league. And for them, seeing what Tyrod Taylor did was good, but not good enough to get them where they want to go. Whereas that, of course, winning a Super Bowl, which seems to be like a 4-letter word in Buffalo because they've been so far away from it for so long.
All right, the Bills save money in cap space here, loaded with picks now to move up in the draft if they need to. Free agency starts next week. How do you see them now addressing the position for the future?
I think they're going to kind of let the free agent quarterback market kind of, simmer down a little bit. I think that's important to them for a couple of different reasons. But I think all in all, the total mindset of them right now is that they're going to do whatever it takes to move up in the order in the 2018 NFL Draft and to find finally that franchise quarterback that has eluded them for so long. It's time. We talked about it this time last year when they traded down to get Tre'Davious White and got the first-round pick this year. The time is coming to get a first-round quarterback, and I think that year is this year.
All right.
Joe B, always appreciate your analysis. Thank you very much. With more on how Bills fans here in Western New York are reacting, let's go to reporter Jeff Rusak.
Tyrod's out. Who's next? We asked.
Tyrod Taylor played in nearly every game since he was signed before the 2015 season. Word of his trade to Cleveland was welcome news for some.
It's about time. Okay, I was now looking forward to another Tyrod year.
For this fan, it really came down to Taylor's performance in the playoffs this past season.
It's time. He couldn't get a touchdown in a playoff game that would have won that game.
Another diehard fan understands the trade, but was pulling for Tyrod to stay a Bill.
I believe in Tyrod. I believe in Tyrod so much, but hopefully he do good with the Browns.
Going forward, the fans we spoke to say something has to happen during this year's draft.
Unless we make some bold move to the front. We'll see.
Hopefully, we got to make the playoffs twice now. We got to.
Just about everyone we spoke to tonight about the Tyrod Taylor trade says they're really going to miss Tyrod off the field. They say he was a great member of the Buffalo community. Jeff Rusak, 7 Eyewitness News.
It looks like Tyrod has already moved on. His Twitter bio now says, current Cleveland Brown. And he tweeted this message, "Thank you, Buffalo. God's plan. The marathon continues."
All right, reaction coming in now from Tyrod's now former teammates tonight over here at the Storyteller, just to bring you some of it. Tre'Davious White, defensive back, writes T-Mobile no on Twitter tonight. Jordan Poyer points out this league is crazy. I want to show you this. This is today on Instagram. This is from Zay Jones, the wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills. Said, first one in, last one out. Thank you, Ty. Some reaction from Buffalo Bills players tonight on the heels of this big trade of Tyrod Taylor.